According to US News, Princeton University ranks as the #1 best national university, making it an attractive option for students all around the world. If Princeton is at the top of your list, stay tuned as we cover exactly how to get into Princeton University. Nadine here with Quad Education, helping students get into their dream college. So, how can you get into Princeton University? First, let's look at the most recent class profile information to see how you compare to accepted students. In the most recent admission cycle, around 1,500 students enrolled. 51% of students are female and 49% are male. 17% of the class are first-generation college students. Interestingly, 15% of the class are international students representing over 75 countries. Now, in terms of academics, for those that took the SAT, the middle 50% scored between the 760 to 800 on the math section and between a 730 to 780 on the evidence-based reading and writing section. For those that took the ACT, the middle 50% scored between the 33 to 35. Great, so we know a little bit more about accepted students, so let's move right on to what you need to know to actually apply. You'll need the following 7 items to apply to Princeton University. Number 1, a completed common application. Number 2, the application fee or fee waiver. Number 3, the Princeton supplement, and this is required for all applicants. Depending on the degree you want to pursue at Princeton, you'll first have to answer one of 2 academic prompts. After that, you'll be presented with 3 different sections pertaining to your extracurricular activities and work experience, your voice, and more about you. These each contain 1 to 3 questions that will need addressing. Number 4, a graded paper. Yes, you heard it right. And this is certainly one of the more unique admissions requirements compared with other top colleges in the US. When selecting a paper to submit, there are a few guidelines that Princeton has outlined. The paper should be from preferably an English, social studies, or history course during the last 3 years of secondary school, including your senior year. In terms of the paper format, you could send a paper, an essay, a research paper, or an essay exam. But keep in mind that Princeton's not interested in creative writing papers. The paper should be fairly short, around 1 to 2 pages in length. The paper should also include the course instructor's grade and any comments from them if applicable. Number 5, you'll need your official transcripts, your mid-year report, and your school report. Number 6 is letters of recommendation. You'll need 2 teacher recommendations from teachers who taught you in higher level courses, including AP, IB, A-levels, or others. Your recommendations should come from teachers who teach different areas of study in core areas such as English, foreign language, humanities, social sciences, natural sciences, and math. While not required, it's also recommended to submit a counselor recommendation. And number 7, Princeton currently has a test optional policy, so it's up to you to decide if you want to submit either SAT or ACT scores, but be sure to refer to their website for the most up-to-date information when you're applying. Now, let's move on to discuss what Princeton is looking for in applicants. While Princeton prides itself on a holistic approach to reviewing applications, they state that they're looking for students with intellectual curiosity who have pursued and achieved academic excellence. They also look for students with strong personal and extracurricular accomplishments. In your application, be sure to highlight any high-level courses you've taken and good marks to match, which can undoubtedly help your candidacy. Personal and extracurricular accomplishments can refer to many areas and responsibilities that you might not even think of. Were you the leader of a sports team? Did you help care for your younger siblings? Did you join the theater club? All of these can be areas to highlight. Overall, Princeton wants to see your involvement in your school, community, and family because it helps the admissions committee gauge how involved you may be on campus. Remember, universities love when students are engaged and eager to participate in extracurricular activities, so don't be afraid to show them off. Now, what can you do to increase your chances of acceptance into Princeton University? Follow these top tips. First, don't opt out of the alumni interview. While you do have the option to opt out, we strongly recommend that you don't do this. The interview is an excellent opportunity to learn more about Princeton and to demonstrate your fit for the school. Princeton states, we include the interviewer's comments in our review of your application. Interviews aren't required as part of the admissions process, but we encourage candidates to accept the invitation. Now, because the Princeton interview is optional and much more conversational and casual than some other university interviews, what you talk about with your interviewer will probably go with the natural flow of the conversation. With this said, make sure you're prepared for some common question types that may come up, including personal questions, questions about your strengths and weaknesses, and questions about your future. And don't forget, you want to prepare questions for your interviewer as well. After all, the conversation is a two-way street. Another tip is to take some time to think about who your best teacher recommenders would be. Because you don't have much of a say in the content of this part of the application, you want to make sure that you pick teachers with whom you formed a meaningful relationship. Try to pick teachers who you've taken the time to get to know, or where you've helped them with extracurricular activities, or you've performed leadership roles within the classroom. Additionally, if you have the same teacher for more than one subject, this can really add value to your recommendation because they've had the opportunity to see more of you, how you handle situations, how you perform under pressure, and how you deal with stress. Picking the right teacher can strengthen your candidacy, so make sure you choose those who will represent you best. Thanks for tuning into this video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for the latest and greatest on the college application process. Cheers to your success.